Hello everybody, welcome back to On the Bright Side. My name is Daniel, and I'm watching Code GEASS. Last time on Code GEASS, we had a bit of a situation. Lelouch decided to meet Cornelia's challenge and fight her on her own terms, which was kind of a mistake because Clovis's military experience was probably much less. Cornelia is someone who fights on the front lines, and she's willing to do whatever it takes to catch Zero. So, Lelouch, after narrowly escaping, thanks to C2's help, now decides that he needs a special force to help him with his goal. So, I guess we're gonna see who that is. Although I can kind of guess which characters might be involved. So, if you're excited to see where this episode of Code GEASS goes, then you should do me a favor and subscribe. And hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single Code GEASS episode going forward. Let's begin. 3, 2, 1, go! I did some research on Flow, the Black Knights. I didn't realize that they were also the ones who did the Naruto opening that we are fighting dreamers. Wow, look at their cute outfits. Vacation. She has some trauma. I saw someone say that the anime doesn't really get into it. And I'm like, why not? Interesting. I have powers. Don't worry about it. Okay. That's exactly where they're going. Oh, great. Yeah, we're gonna see them. That's not good. He went off script. This show gets into like the morality of terrorism, like when is it right, when is it wrong, you know? It's interesting. Or when is it terrorism, when is it freedom fighting, what's the line? Thought that was my phone. Yeah, I know. Can't let personal feelings get involved. Force our way in. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm interested to see some action. Oh. Cool. Cool. Interesting. Is she there? Oh, she is there. Okay. Okay. So they won't, you know, destroy things over there. Who is she talking to? I'm gonna want answers soon, please. Yep. Right, like, doesn't even mean anything. Luckily for you, that's the last resort. We're more than a resistance group. Knights of the Rebellion! I don't know why, but, you know. Yeah, that's not great. I also kind of respect Cornelia's, like, we do not negotiate with terrorists. Alright. A good point. What is the plan here exactly? Interesting. Big gun. Gun sword.
よし、やはりそうか。第一条件はクリアされた。
Doesn't have a good poker face when it comes to Euphemia, at least.
情の尻尾が邪魔をする。救ってみせる。私なら。
Really? I guess I'm not surprised, but
私
like.
を同志として受け入れるか。この心の動きに勝てるはずがない。よし。作戦の前提条件はすべてクリア。
Alright. Things are starting to go as planned again. Of course she's planning stuff. Alright. I guess we're going up against the cannon down there.
人質のいる場所は8分は持つと推測される。救出並びにテロリストの奏者は別部隊が担当する。
Okay.
基礎の破壊にはバリスを使用。インパクトレールはアンチマテリアル。
Oh,
レベル
that's a big gun. I guess we're seeing both Lelouch and Suzaku go in on this, huh?
ごめん、その日は仕事が入ってて。
そっか。それじゃ仕方ないか。
でも、ありがとう。
This is his job. I'm actually kind of
カウントダウンに入る。
interested to see how this one goes.
今何と言った？イレブンだと。我々は日本人だ。お前たち隣まで来い。じっくり教え込んでやる。
おやめなさい。
なんだ貴様。
Oh boy.
私はブリタニア第三工場。ユーフェミア。
This is a way to stop that.
お前はこの行動の果てに何を求めている？
知れたことを、日本人がまだ知っていないことを内外に知らしめるのだ。
古いな。
Yeah, that's kind of.
お前たちは古い。もう救えない。
You don't have any more reason than just like. Alright. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Even though this cannon is awesome. Alright. Oh, really? Okay. God, things are happening! God, the Lancelot is so cool.
落ち着け。
Well,
行動の無意味さを悟ったのだ。
damn.
民衆のために人質を買って出たか。相変わらずだな。
この破壊力なら耐えられる。
I love Lancelot. Oh, the gun. Okay. Let's see what this thing can do.
私が殺した。
だから兄を殺したのですか。
いや。
ではなぜ。
あの男がブリタニア皇帝の子供だから。
And I have beef specifically with the
あ
Emperor.
なたもそうでしたね。
Oh, oh God. This is getting tense. Oh, God. Hello? This gun? It's awesome. Well, there goes that. Get everyone else in there.
あの時の白兜が。
God.
3番のカメラはどうなってる？
There's so much chaos. I'm like, what's the outcome gonna be?
救えなかった。僕が。
I'm kind of thinking that they're still alive. If Zero saves them, then
ブリタニア
public
人は動じることがない
perception.
ホテルに囚われていた
Yeah.
人質は全員救出した。
抜け抜けとよく言う。
Perhaps.
人々は
Oh
我
shit.
らを恐れ求めるがいい。我らの名は黒の騎士団。武器を持たない全ての者の味方である。イレブンだろうと、ブリタニア人であろうと。
I appreciate that. Lelouch doesn't have any personal beef with the innocent citizens. It's just with the Emperor and his entire family.
撃っていいのは撃たれる覚悟のあるやつだけだ。我々力ある者よ、我を恐れよ。力なき者よ、我を求めよ。世界は我々黒の騎士団が裁く。
Alright. There's his new declaration. That was a bit of a crazy episode. Hectic and chaotic towards the end. But I'm gonna try and really, like, make sense of it. I guess we'll talk about some of the characters. So Lelouch, as Zero, made a big speech at the end of the episode talking about how he fights against the strong for the weak, which, you know, is directly counter to what the Emperor thinks. He really hates that fuck. I talked a little bit last episode about how it seems pretty common in, like, anime to have, like, a villain be like, I'm strong, thus I should rule over the weak, and how that seems to be prominent in a lot of Japanese media. I think that's kind of, like, looking back on it, kind of just baked into, like, Japanese history. I mean, think about how long Japan had been, like, in a feudal state, right? Like, the people who would rule the entire country were the people who could overthrow the current emperor, right? The shogun ruled. A lot of people who had military and general experience were the ones who were at the top for a long time. So it's kind of still in just, like, Japanese society to believe this, and it's kind of like, well, if you're not going to be strong, then why should we make exceptions for you? So it is interesting to see, like, this piece of Japanese media that is directly counter to that idea. And it makes sense. The strong being at the top has generally, for all of history, been disadvantageous for the people who are beneath them. So, the show came out in 2006, in which case, you know, currently, like, those strong, the people who are at the top, are these, like, super mega companies, right? The resentment of this idea is kind of still there. But Lelouch is very interesting. With this idea of, like, he'll protect the weak. And he also has the idea of, like, only those who are willing to kill should be willing to die. Which is why I think he didn't kill Yuffie. Like, yes, he has issues with the entire royal family and how they basically let what happened to his mother and sister happen, and, like, there was nothing for him after that. Yuffie is not like that. She has a different perspective. She wants to avoid violence as best she can. She wants to understand, which, who knows, maybe a fool's errand, but it's better than what the Emperor is all about. I don't know, maybe if, like, Zero overthrew most of the government, the Emperor of Britannia would be all like, I accept you. Knowing his, like, dedication to his ideals, he'd be like, oh, you've proven yourself strong, therefore you are now my right-hand man. Or you can have the country. Like, would he be like that? Speaking of Yuffie, we found out Cornelia's weakness, which is her little sister. Which is probably the more accurate reason as to why Lelouch did not kill her. Because he can use her. She will be leverage. She can possibly even be reasoned with to be, like, ultimate leverage. Who knows? But how are we going to exploit this weakness? We unveiled the Black Knights, which is just very cool. That's probably going to change public perception. When there is a group rather than just an individual, when you see other people who have joined, maybe others will be more likely to join the cause as well. Possibly. Suzaku going underground against that giant cannon was pretty awesome. That gun, the Varus, really... What is that thing? I mean, what? It just shoots, like, laser beams. Or laser blasts. I don't know. It's the most, like... I guess not. We have, like, those energy shields, so it's not really the most futuristic thing, but it's really cool. I like it. Interestingly, we saw that Suzaku was invited by Shirley. We did not, however, see Lelouch invited by Shirley. So maybe that event last episode was not really a one-off, and that they're actually going to pursue that as a relationship. It's just not what you would expect, is it? And then we had Nina, who clearly has trauma. If the show doesn't really get into it, I'm fine with, like, Like, maybe I'd read the manga one day. I hear it fills in some gaps. But I'm fine with, like, hearing if they ever explain what exactly happened to her. I mean, to be fair, this was a very traumatic experience, and I would be upset. I can't tell her to just be like, you know, not all 11s. Oh, God. Sounding too real now. The terrorist group, which did kill people. That's about it. It's interesting because it's like, where do you draw the line with terrorism? And this show gets into that. And really, the easiest line to draw is like, are they killing innocent people? If yes, not justified. And lo and behold. Now, then there's Lelouch, who is particularly targeting the people at the top who are responsible for things. Is killing them justified? It's an extremely, like, it'll vary a lot from person to person. And I think it kind of depends on the situation. It's kind of interesting. My mom was telling me about a book that she was reading in which it follows this eco-terrorist group who only targets, like, top, like, executives that of companies that contribute to, like, climate crisis stuff. They assassinate them. And is that right? It takes place in the near future after, like, a cataclysmic heat wave, which is, you know, timely, in India that kills 21 million people. So is it, at that point, justified to go after these people who are preventing change? So it's a common thread in sci-fi type things, in things that deal with can terrorism be justified? Who knows what the death toll of all of Britannia's armies, like their attack on Japan? It's probably in the millions. So is it justified? It just makes you think. Deep Thinks with Daniel. I like shows that make me do this. You know, Vinland Saga made me get into the philosophy kind of stuff. We'll have to see what the Black Knights do next. And at some point, soon, you're gonna tell me who C2 is talking to. I swear to God. I swear to G. She's such a mystery. I was talking about mystery boxes, like, I think in episode 4 or something. Because, and don't think I forgot, like, the weird imagery from episode 1, or that random shot of the girl in episode 4 that they have yet to explain. I just feel like I can't speculate on it any more than I can't have now. C2 is clearly talking to some other, like, force. And I'm wondering if I'm crazy for this. Are there aliens in this show? I feel like I've not brought this up because I've been like, that might be too out there. But then I'm, like, thinking back to, like, wait, but the first episode really did look like it was showing, like, 2 planets at a certain point in that, like, GEASS drug trip. It might not be aliens, but it's, like, some, like, ancient race of people, something. The most important question to me is, where does C2 come from? I'm enjoying the ride for what it is. This episode had some great action, and I'm excited to get into the next one. If you liked this reaction, then you can let me know by leaving a like, and you can comment telling me what you thought about the episode, and you can subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single Code Geass episode going forward. Anyway, I hope that I can make your day better, and I hope that you continue to have good days. Until next time, take it easy, everyone.